Let us watch this trailer one more time. It was a little laggy on stream.
Is that? It can't be.
It is.
Just start at the beginning.
We landed on Mars.
And
It
Mars.
looked wrong. Like we were in a dream.
At the Magnum out. Okay.
And you boarded Savathun's ship. Wicked thing. The lure.
Yeah. We wanted to find her. Try to gain the upper hand. But she was baiting us.
Got the glaive out. Okay. Void 3.0. New weapon. Void 3.0.
What happened next?
My ghost brought me back. We kept going. She knew we would.
And that's when you saw the night.
I'll never forget it.
Oh, that glaive is dope, man.
It refused to die.
Yeah, just like us.
And you're sure? You're absolutely sure it was light? Savathun's illusions can fool the senses.
No. I know what I saw. This is real.
What made you push forward?
We needed to know what that thing was. We couldn't stop.
What has she done?
All right. Savage doing savage things. I'm gonna start kind of going through this. So notice one of the first key takeaways is she mentions Mars. So are we getting Mars back?
I thought Mars got destroyed.
No, we got taken by the darkness, which is why we abandoned it.
So now here's the thing. There's no way in hell Witch Queen could come without having a whole new destination, right?
That's called Mars, or not Mars.
Her throne world, I think.
Savathun's throne world.
Surely the throne world won't be accessible through Mars.
No, it is its own separate thing.
So it's gonna be like the Dreaming City, though. Like it's gonna be.
Yeah. It's like a Dreaming City. Yeah. Okay. It's like a Dreaming City-esque.
Okay.
There might
I would
be
say bigger
there.
though.
So like Taken King, we had one story mission on like Phobos or whatever.
Yeah.
So it might be like that.
Might be something like that. That's true. But Bungie's also been doing things here lately where it's like a little bit of free to play and then like premium content, right? Kind of like the dungeon here recently and then the 6-player activity. Mars could be like the free to play accessible destination, something to get them excited. And then, you know, obviously like the mission, the campaign and stuff leads from there into the throne world and everything else. Okay. All right. Some other things here. Shows some of the runes or shows the ghost they took back with her. I don't know who this guardian is. Any idea lore people in here? Everyone's saying Shayura.
Shayura.
Oh.
Everyone's saying Shayura pre-crazy.
Hive.
Wait.
Guardian Hive.
Myelin is in the house and he says not Shayura.
Yeah. There's no way, because then that'd be a prequel. That'd be a prequel like scene, which wouldn't really make sense because we don't know.
Thank you for confirming, Lord Daddy in the house. Myelin, it's a pleasure, man.
Hey, g'day.
How are you doing, brother?
Hey, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Were you excited seeing this trailer? Was it like a lore explosion happening in front of you when watching this?
I mean, it was some type of explosion, that's for sure.
There it is. Yeah. Absolutely, man. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this entire thing, and yeah, I know we're kind of like fumbling in the dark, making claims like that's Shiora.
The trailer went live like minutes before DCP started, so I haven't done the breakthrough. So this is interesting for me to go back and have a bit of a closer look. The first thing you mentioned with Mars, right? Like Mars is meant to be like an anomaly. Like they just sort of like a black hole. Like they just disappeared. So it's weird that Mars is there. I don't know, because that's the whole storyline of Dead Man's Tale. They brought the Callus Park, the Glycon at the anomaly of Mars to communicate with the darkness, because they thought that was the best spot to find home, you know? So yeah, those planets disappeared. I think there's a web lore about it. And I think they're just described as a black hole left behind, or some sort of anomaly just in their spaces. So I don't know what this whole Mars business is. If it's going to come back somehow, if there's going to be some sort of lead into it.
Yeah, how do you unblack hole something? You know? Yeah,
well, I mean, this image you got on screen now is interesting, because that's like, I think Chat was saying, doesn't that look like the Io Traveler landing? Isn't that where? Isn't that the structures that left behind?
That's Io, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like the Traveler was there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's interesting. What it means. And Savathun's ship is there. So does the ship lead into the throne world a bit like Oryx? Question mark. Oryx's ship the Dreadnought was his throne world. It was sort of pushed inside out. So I don't know if it's just a...
Right. So this next image shows what looks to be like a huge doorway. And I guess this would be like the entrance to the throne world. To the throne world itself. So we got to see a little bit here at like 55 seconds, some glaive play, and then or some weapons, and then like Void 3.0 at 56 seconds. It almost looks like the warlock there is releasing a void orb. Let me see what this does right here.
SMG shooting pretty slow, by the way. I don't know if it's gonna be a rapid fire one.
So this warlock releases this void orb, and then it gets stronger, almost like an overcharge. Obviously showcasing Void 3.0, right? But it's just the fact that this animation looks different than just throwing a grenade. Like Kamehameha.
Oh, like a Kamehameha, right?
Kamehameha, but a Void Kamehameha. And it gets stronger the further distance. Seems like it has some level of tracking. And then let's see. And then showcasing the Titan sliding with the glaive. Got Greg there. Okay, so that shows them looking out, and I guess Savathun is actually walking away from him, or flying away from him. This scene though, where this shows the statues, or shows a statue holding the thing, and then Savathun is walking away. Didn't we already see this in the trailer? This same area, the previous trailers, Witch Queen trailer. I don't know if you can pick anything up from that.
The red flowers is always something that's been interested to me, because they're very prominent in the Black Garden. And I didn't know if they're going to tie into Aldrin's corruption somehow, because that's what they'll bring it up in Season of the Lost was Aldrin, the Black Garden.
You mentioned it before in your video about the red flowers. What's the symbolism there?
So when Aldrin first went into the Black Garden with his mate Jolion, they were pricked by the thorn, and it was probably the origin of his original corruption. And he brought the flower back with him from the Black Garden and gave it to Marasov, and now they're grown in the Dreaming City, and that's the only place they are found. And his story is very similar to the warlock Pujari, who threw himself from the cliffs of Venus, and essentially you have hallucinations if you're stuck by the flower. And Pujari had the same deal. He had this hole in his hand, and Aldrin gets the same thing when he gets stuck with the flower. So whether they're trying to bring in Aldrin corruption storyline in some way, or whether Savathun's interested in it for some reason, don't know, but I don't know.
So was Aldrin cool before the pricking, before he got stuck by the thorn?
Yeah.
So he was a pretty normal dude.
Yeah, he had like fans and everything. He was like quite likable.
Wow.
In Season of the Lost, Mara mentions that in one of the that little thing next to the Wayfinder's compass, the little scannables. She's like, she says to a crow, you know, the garden made him sick. Which is great because we never really had that confirmation. Like we know he went in the garden. We see the like change in personality. We know that he got pricked by the flower. And then Forsaken happened, right? And he had the darkness in his eyes and all this kind of stuff. But it's never really outrightly said. So it's cool that Mara says or confirms that his corruption started in the Black Garden. You know, the garden made him sick, and then she says Riven twisted his mind, so he's like compromised by the Black Garden, and then Riven took advantage of that, and that's when Forsaken, the storyline Forsaken like unravels. So the whole like old Crow coming back, and they introduce like this dialogue about the Black Garden making him sick. We know that relates to the flower, and like there's nothing piecing it together, but all the puzzle pieces are sort of like there, and it's just interesting to see. Well, Savathun has his red flowers as well in her throne world.
It's the perfect backstory for the redemption arc to eventually fold into being the villain again, right? That's just, I haven't watched your other video yet, Myelin, about Aldrin becoming potentially a villain again, right? But I just think it would just be too perfect, right? He's got this redemption arc. He's coming back. We think he's great and all, and then he stabs us in the back. So let me skip over here real quick. Let's see. Was it right here? They're running in. Okay, so guys, it's so hard to tell what weapons they're holding. Les, was it at 1 minute and 12 seconds you think the hunter there on the left is holding spare rations?
I'm not saying it's spare ration. I'm just saying it has like a vibe.
It does have a similar gun style, right?
It could be a weapon crafting.
Yeah, it probably not spare ration. Like it's probably not new weapons, but it does have some similarities for sure.
At a glimpse, I thought it was, and then I looked back. I was like, okay, no. But it just looks like it.
Yeah, all these weapons here look new actually. Because a second ago they were holding like the 30th anniversary weapons, and now they're all. But they were wearing the Witch Queen armor. Now they're all wearing the Witch Queen related armor and looks to be all new weapons. All right, so that was the knight that has now light base abilities. He throws a grenade. Thought this was really interesting. So that same void animation, by the way, the Warlock does here at 1 minute and 20 seconds, where does the Kamea void orb. And then the Titan throws up. It's not a solar barricade, is it? At 1 minute and 21 seconds. It's just a obviously an enemy barricade, right? Just like it would in regular Crucible.
It just looks like Titans, doesn't it? It just looks like the Titans.
Yeah, like Titans.
Rapids.
Right.
Barricade, yeah.
And the red indicating that it's an enemy's. Yeah.
The Titan pops a barricade, and then he just like, okay, bang. And then the enemy pops one.
So literally Titans, because he's shooting through the barricade right now. The Hive Knight is literally shooting through the barricade. That shows the SMG.
It's like the knight's like, oh, your barricade's cute. He's mine.
That's right. That's right.
It's just twice as big.
I can shoot through it.
I don't need an exotic to shoot through it. You know what I mean? And just kind of just rubbing it in.
Barricade.
So that glaive finisher to kill the knight is an incredible animation where he spins around.
Oh yeah, that's a finisher, right? Is that what you reckon it is?
I'm assuming it's a finisher, and then somehow, or maybe it's actually because the glaive was already out in his hand or her hand, and so it may
it's gotta be a finisher.
It's either a finisher because you notice how it like does it clears up like that.
Yeah.
So it looks like a finisher to me. If it's just a glaive mechanic though, that's even crazier. But if it's a finisher, I mean, notice the knight getting destroyed right there. Okay, drops the ghost, or the ghost comes out. I love how they just look at it for a little bit, and then the ghost revives the knight. Okay.
It'd be cool if there was like glaive combos, and that was like the end of a combo, a bit like the Arc Strider.
Right. That would be cool. So the knight spawns, and it's obviously coated in void energy here, and spawns these 2 shields, and then proceeds to throw them, just like you would if you were a Sentinel.
Those shields look a bit sharper than the
They do
Sentinel.
look much sharper, and I love this scene right here. It's like Sentinel versus Sentinel, but our regular Sentinel is going to hit him, but he does something where he pushes his shields together and does a void blast, which blasts our Sentinel back, and then it's able to tank a Chaos Reach and a Blade Barrage. Okay, no, they ended up killing him. Okay, it just took a lot of supers to kill him. And then they destroyed the ghosts.
It was only the Chaos Reach that did damage then.
Oh,
Everything else was
yeah.
blocked.
That tick damage. That wall bang. So it's obviously her. That's the Titan there that took the pieces of the ghosts back. And then it's Eris and Ikora that's around her that's trying to figure out what the hell is going on and what Savathun's doing. So let me skip to this part right here. Okay, so this shows the big gate where they continue going deeper into the throne world. Nothing really changes what they're wearing or what they're using. Okay, weapon-wise, still rocking the BR. It's so hard to tell what anyone's using. And then it shows Savathun. Now, it's interesting. It shows them fighting Savathun. So is that going to be, you think that's going to be part of the story that they...
Yeah, Savathun's a story boss, and then we're fighting a, I forgot, it's like another being or something like that in the pyramid ship.
The website says like an ancient, go into the pyramid ship to face an ancient evil or an ancient enemy, or I can find the quote, something like that's on the website.
Right.
Yeah.
What I'm
People are speculating it's either going to be the Veil or something else, but we don't know.
What I'm seeing here, though, is like Savathun herself does like, she looks like she's casting a super. Like she looks like she's got void around her body. Yeah, she literally looks like she's casting a Nova Bomb here at 2
Nova
minutes.
Warp, actually. Looks like she's casting Nova Warp.
Yeah.
IP defining.
So we've only seen them. Yeah, that'd be the moment, right? We've only seen the Hive use Void, but will they only have Void? Is that how they're going to tie it into Void 3.0?
No, I think we've seen early trailers. We've seen them have all of them.
Arc and Solar as well. I got you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've seen Arc and Solar. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
When they first showed them.
But are we going to get Void 3.0 from her? Is that how we unlock it? She takes the light and manipulates it in some way to allow us to and then after we, I guess, whoop up on her, we then take her power to manipulate the light in the way she just did it.
Savathun's actually Bungie, yeah, confirmed.
Myelin, thank you so much for jumping in with me, though, brother. I'm about to go ahead and get off the stream. It's 12 o'clock for me, and I am ready to go to bed, man. But big hype on this. I'm looking forward to your videos, diving even deeper on this one. By the way, if you can, please go check out Myelin. Y'all have been wonderful. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will be back again tomorrow. I've got a couple reviews lined up, so be looking out for those. Y'all have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.